What's up, guys? So, let's see. We got a try not to laugh challenge to do today, and this one is try not to laugh. Back to school, Laugh Factory stand-up comedy from the Laugh Factory. So, I guess it's a group of different comedians, whether they're upcoming or they just got their breakthrough into the comedy world, where they talk about where they you know talk about their you know stuff back in the day when they were a kid and used to going to school and stuff like that. And I can see one of my favorite comedians, Tony Baker, is in there. So I gotta check it out. I mean, my favorite comedians, top five overall. Even though Tony Baker's not in it, but he's still funny just because of the voiceover. I never really seen him in stand up. But other than that, other ones, I mean, you got Dave Chappelle for me, Bernie Mac, Mike Epps, Eddie Murphy, what else? And Kevin Hart. Those are my top five. I put one more. I don't know if I mentioned Bill Burr. Bill Burr is so funny. He is funny, man. Especially when he start roasting. Oh my god. Oh my god. But anyway, why don't we get into this? So you know what time it is. It's game time.
I grew up in Chicago, public school kid. Y'all go to public school crowd? Yeah. They didn't care about us in public school. They gave us chocolate milk with every lunch in public school. They wanted us to get diabetes in public school. And the thing about chocolate milk, it's great, but it doesn't match any meal you can think of. Like we were eating chocolate milk and spaghetti, that doesn't match. Chocolate milk and
Ain't that the truth?
Come on, public school. You can't even wash your food down with chocolate milk. That's thicker than what you
Especially they don't agree to your stomach.
Your whole meal is sitting in your neck after lunch. Teachers are asking you questions. What was that, Anthony? Now we're cooking with grease. Remember in school when they would hand out the worksheets to you and the teacher would lick their thumb to get better traction on the page? I hated that. Because I would always get the freshly licked page.
Yo,
man. Like she would re-up on the lick every time she got to my desk. What you got is do these worksheets.
Clicked it, and then they put the paper and they put their little saliva on top of all that. Yeah.
That Miss Young's lick on my page. Hated it, man. You ever get you a new outfit, some new sneakers or something, and you just go to the pencil sharpener 5-6 times? You ever take the unnecessary trip to the pencil sharpener because you got some new Nikes? I used to do that, but I had Pro Wings, the Payless shoes, and I was like, yeah, y'all feeling these? Y'all feeling these? My pencil would go all the way there. It was just an eraser and a lead. That was it.
I am a teacher. Give it up for that. Yeah, and give it up for getting fucked up over the summers. And really, like, every teacher starts off really hopeful. I don't know if you guys know this or if you know teachers. Every teacher, like in September, is like, Tasha, you can be anything you want to be. Around June, we're like, bitch, get the fuck out of class. You ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna be shit. A dentist and a lawyer, bitch, it ain't happening. Get the fuck out. At the end of the year, all my students got those fucking fidget spinners and shit. And I was trying to teach them fractions one day, right? I had 24 kids in my class, and they all had these fucking fidget spinners, so they're supposed to make them pay attention, right? But they're all like this, like whatever, right? And I was trying to teach them fractions and shit, and they wouldn't listen, so I took 8 kids' fidget spinners, and I threw them in the garbage, and they're like, ah! I was like, now what fucking fraction of fidget spinners are in the trash? 1/3, yeah. Okay, you bitches, yeah, you got that lesson.
I can't help my son with anything. You know, this last week before school ended, I'm trying to do math homework with him. 6th grade math homework. And I'm like, bro, we got this. It was a word problem. I'm like, dude, we got this, man. We sat down at the kitchen table, pencils sharpened. Let's do this. And I'm like, boom. And I realized I don't got this. He's like, Dad, you got to help me. I'm like, all right. And the word problem was insane. I'm not making this up. This was the word problem. It was Peggy and Pam went to lunch. And the bill comes, and Pam only has $8. But Peggy says, don't worry about it. I've got 2/5 of the bill. Did you hear what Peggy said? Don't worry about it. I got 2/5 of that. How much is the bill? What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
No one in this room's ever said 2/5 to anything. No one's ever said, hey man, want to get a round of beers? Yeah man, I'll take the next 2/5 of the round. I got that. No one says that. Want to get an ounce of weed? Nah, 2/5 for me, please. Want to do an 8-ball of Coke after the show? No, I'll take 2/5 right here. I'm the 2/5 guy. That's who I am. No one ever says that.
Sometimes word problem can be a real big
My
pain in
son
the
was
ass.
like,
You have to read it
"Darn
over
it."
and over and over again, and sometimes you still don't
I
get
need
it.
something to write down. I go, write Peggy's rude. Write that. Write Peggy's rude. No one likes Peggy. Write Peggy's gonna live and die with a lot of cats. Write that down. You know what? Write no one likes Peggy. Write I hate Peggy. Write that in there. I hate Peggy. When your teacher asks you why you wrote that down, tell her you only did 2/5 of the problem.
Some teachers are really good, and some teachers are really bad. Some teachers just in it for the benefits in the summers. You know what I mean? They don't know shit. My best friend is a teacher. He teaches Spanish. He knows no Spanish. No Spanish. I said, how did you get that job? He said, they was hiring. I went in there and I said, buenos dias. They gave me the job. He knows no Spanish. He knows no, how do you teach a class Spanish if you know no Spanish? I said to him one day, you know, just to test him, I said, well, you know, un poquito, just to see what he was gonna say. And he was like, yeah. I said, you don't even know what un poquito means? That's a little bit. That just means everybody knows, if you don't know Spanish, everybody should at least know that. Even just that's like, that's just in your handbook of shit you should know. You should know merci beaucoup. Adios, buenos dias. You should know un poquito. You should know that. Just in case, fellas, you mean maybe y'all might get lucky one day and have sex with a Spanish woman. But if you do that, that un poquito come in handy because they like to go rough. I've been there. They go fast and they go rough. And, hi, mommy. You like, how you feeling? You liking me? You be like, oh, do you want me to slow down? Poquito, un poquito, bitch. Just slow it down. I'm not in a rush.
So just recently left a day job. I'm a former teacher, 12 years in the city, one of those hot teachers. And I'll tell you, worked for a small program called A Couple Kids Left Behind. Some great work with the Big Brothers, Big Mothers program. And I'll tell you, you gotta talk to these parents about bad news. You gotta open up with some good news. Before you get to the meat of the sandwich, the bad news, make sure you say something nice at the end, called a good news sandwich. I'm like, your son finished all his homework, but he stabbed me. I'm okay. Here's a bad day at work. On a field trip, a little girl stepped in dog doo and then wiped it off on the back of my pant leg. And I can't rub her nose in it, right? I can't do that. I gotta be professional, I gotta document it, I gotta talk to the girl's parents, I gotta push her down a flight of stairs. You can't do that. You can pay another kid to do it.
I used to do a lot of stupid stuff like that as a kid. I'd get in trouble all the time. I used to fight all the time at recess, and I'm obviously a bitch, so I shouldn't have done that. Anybody in here fight? Guy in the army jacket, did you ever fight at school? For sure, right? That means he's killed people before. That means he murdered somebody today on the way over here, and he doesn't want me to talk about it. And I'm the next one who's going to get murdered, obviously. But I was thinking about all my fights at school, all my childhood fights, and I remember that kids fight differently than adults. Like, if I said something about your girl, you would just beat the crap out of me right now because we're men. But kids don't do that. Kids schedule the fight for later. You guys remember doing that stuff? It was always like, hey, Tim! You messed up, dude. I heard you told the whole class I liked Maria. Big mistake, bro. 4:30 at the bus stop. I'll see you there, dude. And then you go and have all day of school together. This is a true story. I was supposed to fight Dave Ryan. We set it up for 4:30, okay? All day, everybody's like, oh shit, dude, 4:30, 4:30. Me and Dave get paired up together on a science project in class. And we had to work together the whole period. I was like, I think number 3 is photosynthesis. He was like, are you sure, dude? I was like, yeah, it's definitely photosynthesis. He was like, wow, thanks, man. 4:30, bitch. 4:30.
Love the kids are expensive though, man. People put pressure on me. Financial pressure with my son. Are you saving up for his college yet? I need to pay for my college, man. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to walk him up through the financial aid line to the people I still know. Yeah, I got a tab going, right? Yeah, no, turns out I am alive. I guess the Cradle songs would be totally different, you know? Boing, boing, my son went to college the other day, but I still have my own student loans to pay. Well, the check's in the mail and the bills are due. The interest on my loans continues to accrue. When you're catching up that I don't know when, but we'll be filing chapter 10, yeah. As I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, my boy makes more than me. He's only 23.
Everything mattered in high school? I was thinking about that. Remember how much everything mattered? Remember reading out loud? Why the fuck did we have to do that? That was the most embarrassing shit ever. Especially as a guy. Like, by the way, ladies, you didn't know this. In, like, 13 years old, first off, like, we're getting hard for no reason. All day. Teachers would make you stand. Brent, can you please stand and not be hard and read the book, please? Could you put your could you tuck the penis and read Macbeth, please? And our voices were changing. That was the worst shit ever, to have to read while your voice is changing, where you're sitting up there like, in 1940, fuck.
No dudes that would be
In
making that.
Oh, Jesus. And then the worst is when the teacher would go, take your time. Don't cock block me for all of high school. You can't say that shit. And your friends were assholes too. Guys' friends, they were assholes in class. They had no sympathy. The second you're like, in the you couldn't, they were like, you can't read, you're an orphan. He's an orphan. You're a fucking orphan. Lori, he loves you. He never wanted to tell you that shit. Caught him jerking off to your yearbook photo when he played field hockey. That field hockey one last year, you look great. But he jerked off to it. What? You did. Fuck you, Brent. You sleeping over? Fuck you. It's the worst. But nothing was worse than asking girls out. Asking girls out in high school was the worst thing in the world. Because guys, like I said, had no sympathy. But then you girls, if I got turned down, would go and tell everybody. Like the second I got turned down, you go to your friends like, oh my God, you won't believe who just asked me out. You know Brent Moore, you know the kid with like the big head and the whatever body? Anyway, he comes up to me when I'm at my locker. He's sweating so much. I mean, covered in sweat. I'm like, what, did you just jog here? I don't know. Anyway, he starts going on about how he wishes we had clowns for teachers and we should have a bear day. I had no fucking idea what he was talking about. I was 15 minutes late for class. Then out of nowhere, he turns bright red, can't even make eye contact, and he's like, I was just wondering if you wanted to go to the movies with me on Saturday. And I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, me too, and just walked away. Did you know he was gay? And I heard he can't read. But I feel like kids today don't have to deal with that as much. Like everything I'm reading, they're growing up so fast, you know, like they're getting blowjobs on the bus. What? 7 a.m. blowjobs. Nobody should be late for the bus if you're getting blown on the bus. Moms have to be like, Bailey, in time for school? Got it. French toast sticks. You got the French toast stick? Give me the French toast sticks. Elliot, wait! Give me the French toast. Mom, I'm gonna get blown. Give me the fucking French toast stick. Throw them. Woo! Lunch school. They just go to the back of the bus like, Amanda, back here. I'm getting blown. 7. I'm so tired. Remember when buses didn't have shocks either, and you just jumped? You're like, oh.
Well, ladies and germs, I can safely say that this challenge has rest in peace. It was easier as I thought. At first, I thought it was gonna be tough, but then later on, it was a lot easier. Some of the comedians in there was like, they weren't as funny, but they were trying. You could tell they were trying. But the first one with Tony Baker, and then the Joe, the guy Joe, those were the funniest one to me. That last one was a little funny earlier on, talking about standing up for class and, you're penile. And that's why I say guys, I know guys that can be related to that. Especially when you're 13 and you're puberty and you're pretty much changing. You're going to be a man. Certain features you don't want to be shown in public because, it is what it is. Cause you might think of some different chick out there or a girl you have a crush on or porno sites that you just watch in that age and teenage. So I can definitely, I'm sure a lot of guys can relate to that. And that first one, I can definitely relate to that. The Tony Baker, when he talked about the school lunch, and the, what was it that he also said? What else he was talking about? He said something about school lunch, and he said something else about the shoes. I didn't really care much, but I tell you this, though. Oh, the worksheets. When the teachers, they flick their tongue, they use their fingers to go like this to their tongue, and so they can pass out the papers easier or whatever, and then you have to touch the part of their saliva that they just put in their mouth, and just you have to touch it, which was the grossest thing ever. I know it because I used to have teachers that would do that, especially in elementary. I can never think back where we're getting ready to do like a worksheet, and all I see and then they give you the paper. I'm like, well, I don't want to touch it now. Who the hell's gonna want to touch that? I don't want to touch that. I don't know where your hand has been, and I don't know where your mouth has been. No pun intended, of course. But yeah, I can definitely relate to that and the school lunch. I know that because there's certain. Think about this, right? Spaghetti with chocolate milk, or spaghetti or pizza with chocolate milk, or milk. Period. Milk with like pizzas and burgers and all this shit. I don't think that really mixed in well. I know it didn't for me because after that I started having stomach problems after school because of that. So, and I used to drink a lot of chocolate milk back in the day until they changed up their brand and I guess they changed the brand because we used to have chocolate milk called Velda chocolate milk, which was really good. Then they changed it to Border milk. And after that, I stopped drinking milk because, it had a different taste to it, to me anyway. So, but Velda was the best one for me. But anyway, yeah, that first one I can definitely relate. That one almost got me, and then the Joe, I don't remember his last name, but Joe was talking about the world problems. I can definitely relate to that because. Think about it. You're basically just you're trying to understand the work problem. Sometimes even when you try to get it, you still don't get it. Like you have to read several times for you to understand it, but then you still kind of have to scratch your head and be like, what? How does that even make any sense? I can definitely relate to that. As a matter of fact, a lot of students, high school, college, middle school, whatever, everybody can. Everybody that's been in the school or currently right now can relate to that. That's a fact. So But anyway, did any of you guys participate in this Try Not to Laugh challenge? If you did, let me know in the comment below if you passed or if you failed. And if you enjoyed this video, you can go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And make sure you guys click on the notification bell so that way you guys can get more upcoming videos in the near future. And if there's any videos you guys want me to do a reaction or do a challenge, you can always just leave it on the comment section down below. And if you have any questions for me, you can either leave it on the comment section as well, or if you want it private, you can email me at greatendzone97@gmail.com. Alright guys, well, until next time, peace out.